Well, we back here in the good friendly confines of the cab of the truck, so let's go on to Judges chapter 7. Then Jerubbaal, who is Gideon, and all the people that were with him rose up early, and pitched beside the well of Harod, so that the host of the Midianites were on the north side of them by the hill of Moreh in the valley. And the Lord said unto Gideon, The people that are with you are far too many for me to give the Midianites into their hands, lest Israel vaunt themselves against me, saying, My own hand has saved me. Now therefore go to, proclaim in the ears of the people, saying, Whosoever is fearful and afraid, let him return and depart early from Mount Gilead. And there returned of the people 22,000, and there remained 10,000. And the Lord said unto Gideon, The people are yet too many. Bring them down into the water, and I will try them for you there. And it shall be that of whom I say unto you, This shall go with you, the same shall go with you. And of whomsoever I say unto you, This shall not go with you, the same shall not go. So he brought down the people into the water, and the Lord said unto Gideon, Every one that laps the water with his tongue, as a dog laps, him shall you set by himself. Likewise, every one that bows down upon his knees to drink. And the number of them that lapped, putting their hands to their mouth, were 300 men, but all the rest of the people bowed down on their knees to drink water. I guess the idea is they're getting down, just getting it with their hands so they can still see around. I don't know what the deal is. But that's the 300 he's going to use. It says, The Lord said unto Gideon, By the 300 men that lapped will I save you. So it's went from 32,000 down to 300. That's what God does. He makes the odds ridiculously impossible so that he gets the glory. Kind of like when he has a 100-year-old man have a kid that would lead to the Messiah, Abraham and Sarah and all that. You see it over and over. Anyway, the Lord said unto them, I will save you. And he says, Deliver the Midianites into your hand, and let all the other people go, every man to his place. So the people took victuals in their hand and their trumpets, and he sent all the rest of Israel, every man to his tent, and remained those 300 men. And the host of Midian was beneath him in the valley. And it came to pass the same night that the Lord said unto him, Arise, get thee down unto the host, for I have delivered it into your hand. But if you fear to go down, go thou with Phurah thy servant down to the host. And you shall hear what they say, and afterward shall thy hands be strengthened to go down to the host. Then went he down with Phurah the servant, and outside of the armed men that were in the host, and the Midianites and the Amalekites and all the children of the east lay along in the valley like grasshoppers for multitude. And their camels were without number, as the sand by the seaside for multitude. And when Gideon was come, behold, there was a man that told a dream unto his fellow, and said, Behold, I dreamed a dream, and lo, a cake of barley bread tumbled into the host of Midian, and came into a tent, and smote it that it fell, and overturned it that the tent lay alone. And his fellow answered and said, This is nothing else save the sword of Gideon, the son of Joash, a man of Israel. For into his hand has God delivered Midian and all the host. And it was so, when Gideon heard the telling of the dream and the interpretation thereof, that he worshipped and returned into the host of Israel, and said, Arise, for the Lord has delivered into your hand the host of Midian. And he divided the 300 men into 3 companies, and he put a trumpet in every man's hand, with empty pitchers and lamps within the pitchers. And he said unto them, Look on me, and do likewise. And behold, when I come to the outside of the camp, it shall be that as I do, shall you do. When I blow with the trumpet, and all that are with me, then blow you the trumpets also on every side of all the camp, and say, The sword of the Lord and of Gideon. So Gideon and the 300 men that were with him came into the outside of the camp in the beginning of the middle watch, and they had but newly set the watch, and they blew the trumpets, and brake the pitchers that were in their hands. And the 3 companies blew trumpets, and brake the pitchers, and held the lamps in their hands, and the trumpets in their right hands to blow withal, and they cried, The sword of the Lord and of Gideon. And they stood every man in his place round about the camp, and all the host ran and cried and fled. And the 300 blew trumpets, and the Lord set every man's sword against his fellow, even throughout all the host, and the host fled to Beth Shittah, Bethshittah, and Zererath, and to the border of Abel Meholah and Tabath. And the men of Israel gathered themselves together out of Naphtali, and out of Asher, and out of all Manasseh, and pursued after the Midianites. And Gideon sent messengers throughout all Mount Ephraim, saying, Come down against the Midianites, and take before them the waters unto Betharah and Jordan. Then all the men of Ephraim gathered themselves together, and took the waters unto Bethbarah and Jordan, and they took 2 princes of the Midianites, Oreb and Zeeb, and they slew Oreb upon the rock Oreb, and Zeeb they slew at the winepress of Zeeb, and pursued Midian, and brought the heads of Oreb and Zeeb to Gideon on the other side Jordan. So that's it. That's how Gideon took the Midianites. I guess it continues in the next chapter, but we'll see about that next time. God bless you.